Ice dance is set apart from the other disciplines of figure skating. There are no jumps, no throws. It's all in the name. It's dance. It's about footwork, lifts, spins. About two moving as one. With that, it's a bit harder to understand. What are we supposed to look for? How did the judges and the technical panel set the teams apart? The newest leveled element in ice dance is the 1-foot step sequence. First required in the free dance for the 2018-19 season, this element requires skaters to stay on 1 foot from beginning to end. Teams must complete difficult turns simultaneously to count for levels, and do so cleanly and smoothly. There are 4 difficult turns that count for levels in the 1-foot step sequence, and they can be difficult to tell apart. Here's how you should think about 1-foot turns. Skaters skate on a curve, a circle. They skate around this circle in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction. They will then rotate with the curve or against the curve, and then exit on that same curve or on an opposite curve. So, to start telling 1-foot turns apart, think about them having 3 parts. A starting curve, a rotational turn or direction that's either with or against the starting curve, and an exit curve that's either the same as the starting curve or the opposite of the curve. Let's think about the 1-foot turns as 2 groups. 2 exit on the starting curve, and 2 exit on the opposite curve. Both the 3-turn and bracket start and exit on the same curve. The only distinction is whether they rotate with or against the starting curve. A 3-turn rotates with the curve and exits on the same curve. It is the easiest of the 1-foot turns and not required for the 1-foot step sequence. A bracket rotates against the starting curve, but exits on that starting curve. It is one of the difficult turns required for levels in the 1-foot step sequence. Both the counter and the rocker start on one curve, but exit on the opposite curve. Again, only distinction between the two is whether the turn rotates with the starting curve or against it. A counter rotates against the starting curve and exits on the opposite curve. It is one of the difficult turns required for levels in the 1-foot step sequence. A rocker rotates with the starting curve, but exits on the opposite curve. It is a difficult turn required for levels in the 1-foot step sequence. So that's 3 out of the 4 required turns for levels in the 1-foot step sequence. The 4th is the twizzle. We went over twizzles in a previous video, so please check that out. So now that we know the basics of the turns for a 1-foot step sequence, let's see if we can break down an example. Let's watch that again. Could you see them all? Let's see if you were right. From this starting curve, the skaters rotate against the curve and then exit on the starting curve, a bracket. They stay on this curve and then rotate against the curve, exiting on the opposite curve, a counter. From here, they rotate with the curve and then exit on the opposite curve, a rocker. They then change the edge, rotate with the curve, and exit on the same curve, a 3-turn. And then another 3-turn, a change of edge, and then end with a twizzle of 2 rotations. That's it. Those are the turns for the 1-foot step sequence. Join us next time when we explain the levels for the 1-foot step sequence. Thanks for watching, and remember, with enough practice, you'll be armchair calling in no time.